Welcome to the 13th Annual Educating Children of Color Summit. At this time, would you please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Air Academy High School Junior ROTC. Would you please join me in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank you. Taylor. Did you see Joanna? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Okay. This summit is dedicated to Edna Williams. She passed away this winter, and she was a dedicated member of our planning committee and a member of the Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Today, we will be giving an additional scholarship that we've never given before, the Edna Williams Memorial Scholarship. So, when you think about what goes into making a conference like this, blood, sweat, and tears absolutely goes into it, and we're honoring the blood, sweat, and tears of Edna Williams. Edna would be really proud that Governor Polis entered a proclamation, and that proclamation says that January 18th of 2020 is Keep Moving Forward Day. And I have a copy of that proclamation to give you, President Tiefenthaler, but it's in Warner right now. So you'll get it sometime this week. There are 1 million people to thank for this event, and I'm just going to thank a few. First, I'd like to thank President Tiefenthaler, our host, and your first speaker this morning. I'd like to thank the Colorado College event staff because they're amazing, and I want to thank Colorado College. They give us the buildings, they give us the staff, and they give us money too, so that's great. I'd like to acknowledge the Educating Children of Color Planning Committee and volunteers. There are more than 100 volunteers here today, and that does not include your speakers. There are more than 100 speakers here today, most of whom are volunteering their time, all of whom are volunteering their expertise. Our sponsors, in addition to Colorado College, are USAA, who've made it possible for us to double the amount of some of our scholarships, the Transforming Safety Grant of Colorado, G.E. Johnson, the Colorado Bar Association, that's not true, the Colorado Bar Foundation, El Pomar Foundation, District 49, District 20, Colorado Technical University, Beauty Bar, Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church, and many other donors. I think that you've seen the cover. I hope that you've seen what the program looks like. The front cover of the program was created by a student named Riley Locke, who's a student at Doherty High School, and the back cover was created by Montera Scott, who's a Panorama student. Montera, are you in here right now? Maybe. If you are, stand up. Okay. Your schedule for the day is on the back of your name tag. It shouldn't be hard for you to figure out where to go, but if you're having trouble finding out where to go, look for adults in these light blue t-shirts, look for student ambassadors in these light blue t-shirts, and look for the men from the Omega Psi Phi fraternity. They will be in purple, and they'll all be able to give you instructions on where you should go. Over the course of the day, we will be giving away 26 educational gifts in the amount of $500. We will be giving away 20 laptops, and we'll be giving away about $16,000 in scholarships. You must be here at the end of the day to receive your award. If you're not here, it goes to the next person on the list. Our sponsors and your teachers' registrations make it possible for us to give away $30,000 today. We hold the summit on this weekend every year to honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It was Dr. King who said, "If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward." This particular summit is dedicated to two events that may help us as a nation to move forward. This is a voting year. And so for those of you who are seniors and those of you who are college mentors, if you haven't registered to vote yet, you'll have an opportunity to do that in the vendor room. This is also a census year. Every single person who attends this summit, including the speakers, the volunteers, and every one of you students, will get a light green t-shirt. That t-shirt is a summit t-shirt, and it says, "Stand up and be counted." Census April 1st of 2020 and Census 2020. It's important as a state that every one of you get counted, because that impacts who and how many legislators we have, it impacts how much tax money we have, and it impacts the health of our state. So I'm asking you, and somebody else will ask you also, to encourage your family to participate in the census. It is required by law. The All People's Breakfast will be held in this room on Monday in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. It's sold out, but it will be live streamed, and if you want information on the live streaming, I will give it to you. There will be a march from Armstrong, or maybe from Reed Arena, if it makes sense. There will be a march from Colorado College to Acacia Park on Monday at 10 o'clock, and a rally in Acacia Park if you want to participate. I've stalled as long as I can. Oh, yay! I would like to invite Student Ambassador Joanna Ortiz to the stage at this time.
Hi, good morning, and welcome to this year's Educating Children of Color Summit. My name is Joanna Ortiz, a senior at Sierra High School, and I'm here today to introduce President Tiefenthaler. She became president at Colorado College July of 2011. She is the 13th president here. She continues to be a leading scholar in higher education in the field of economics. After receiving her MA and PhD in economics from Duke University, she joined the faculty of Colgate University in 1991, where she also served as department chair, associate dean of the faculty, and senior advisor to the president. Before becoming president, she was provost and professor of economics at Wake Forest University. Please help me in giving a warm welcome to the hardworking Dr. Jill Tiefenthaler.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Regina and Joanna, for your introduction and for the excellent work you and the committee have done to organize the 13th annual Educating Children of Color Summit. And congratulations to the summit for receiving such wonderful recognition from Governor Polis and having today named Keep Moving Forward Day in Colorado. Welcome, everyone, to Colorado College. I'm very impressed that you're all here bright and early on a Saturday morning. That tells me that you are a smart and ambitious group and that you're serious about investing in your education and your future. I commend you because investing in your education is one of the most important investments that you can make. Did you know that going to college and getting a 2 or 4 year degree will give you the best financial return that you can earn? Way better than the stock market. College graduates earn more than 65% more than high school graduates. To put that in dollar terms, college graduates earn on average almost $25,000 more a year than those with high school diplomas. And the benefits are not just financial. People who continue their education beyond high school are healthier throughout their lives and report that they're happier and more fulfilled. When I talk to Colorado College alumni, whether they graduated in 1969 or 2019, they say that the time that they spent in college was one of the most transformative experiences of their lives. They believe it was worth it, but not only because of the salary they earn or how quickly they got their first job or became successful. They believe it was worth it because it taught them how to think, it nurtured a love of learning, and helped them to find a passion. They gained incredible mentors and made wonderful lifelong friends. When you look around you this morning, you'll see that many people believe in the importance of continuing your education and want to help you make that a reality. Hundreds of people have volunteered to make this summit possible. And your parents, principals, counselors, and teachers made sacrifices for you to be here. Regina Walter and the 4th Judicial District partnered with more than 30 organizations to make this experience possible for you. Your school districts and nonprofits like El Pomar Foundation and the Emmanuel Missionary Baptist Church, public organizations like the El Paso County Department of Human Services, and companies like Louis Pizza. Why? Why do so many people believe in the importance of this event? Why do they care so much that you continue your education? Certainly because they know an education will help you succeed and is a great investment for you. But also because they know that having more people attend college is a great investment for all of us. Having an educated population results in healthier, economically stronger, and more civically active communities. Helping you to invest in your education is good for all of us, the city of Colorado Springs, the state of Colorado, our country, and our world. This summit is in its 13th year because it's a great investment in all of our futures. At Colorado College, we're committed to this event because of our shared belief in you, the young people in our community, as key to our nation's future. Colorado College is also committed to helping local students attend the college, and so we recently launched 2 new programs. First, the Colorado Pledge will increase access to CC for students from Colorado families with incomes below $200,000. For students from families making less than $60,000, there now will be no contribution for tuition, room, or board. For students from families making between $60,000 and $125,000, there will be no contribution for tuition, only room and board. And for students making between $125,000 and $200,000, the family contribution will be the same or less than the cost of attending a flagship public university in Colorado. We also recently announced the Stroud Scholars Program, which is a college preparatory program for students in the Pike Peak region who face barriers to college acceptance and success. The program honors the legacy of siblings Kelly Dolphus Stroud and Effie Stroud Frazier, two of the earliest African-American students at Colorado College who graduated in 1931. Stroud Scholars will begin the program as rising high school sophomores. For 3 summers at no cost, they'll participate in a program on our campus that focuses on math and writing skills and prepares you for college-level academic work, but also builds familiarity with the college environment and helps you prepare for admissions and financial aid. Students who successfully complete the 3-year program at CC will earn automatic admission to the college and a full financial aid package. These programs will help students from communities historically excluded from higher education and help them attend Colorado College, and I hope that some of you will participate. I know getting into college is hard work. You have to work hard in high school. You have to figure out college applications, standardized tests, and financial aid forms. And when you get to college, the work really starts. Classes are challenging. You have to read and reread, write and rewrite, fail and try again. But most things that are worthwhile aren't easy, and there are lots of people who want to help you because of the importance of your education. Maybe you'll come to Colorado College or Pikes Peak Community College, the Air Force Academy, the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs, or one of the other 30 schools in our state, or the thousands of colleges across the country. You can get there. Make the commitment, work hard, ask for help from the people who support you, and grab those opportunities that will open doors to your future. This summit is one of those opportunities, so take advantage of what it offers you today. I want to thank everyone, Regina Walter, those 30-plus sponsoring organizations, and hundreds of volunteers, including our wonderful CC event staff, Jeff Hartman and Brenda Soto, for making today's summit possible. I hope that you'll also thank them, but more importantly, make their commitment pay off by actually really engaging in this day. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce Colorado College student Taylor Hawkins, a member of our junior class. Taylor was born in Arvada, Colorado, and adopted by her grandparents when she was 3. She grew up in Denver and chose to attend schools outside of her home district, and that's how she became interested in the work of educating children of color. Taylor now serves on the board and has been a college mentor for the program for the past 3 years. We are thrilled that Taylor chose to come to Colorado College. She's a wonderful member of our community, majoring in history and political science with a minor in English. She's a member of the Library IT Task Force, the Honor Council, and our mock trial team. And she serves as the team's officer for recruitment and retention. She's very well known on campus. Taylor works at the Warner Desk Information, which is the information desk in our student center. And the advice students give to friends is, if Taylor isn't working at the desk, come back when she is. Please welcome one of Colorado College's wonderful local students, Taylor Hawkins.
Thank you, President Tiefenthaler, for that warm welcome. As you guys heard, I'm Taylor Hawkins. 3 years ago, Regina Walter, the executive director for ECOC, asked me to step in as a college mentor. I really wasn't sure what to expect. But if you know Regina, you know when she asks you to do something, you do it. So I did. Since that first year as the college mentor, I've had the opportunity to impact the Colorado Springs community in a positive way. I've been a college mentor for both Mitchell and Sierra High School. ECOC serves to show students, educators, parents, and school administrators the importance of education and equality in the classroom. In my time with ECOC, I've seen students learn what to expect after high school, learn their rights in the classroom and in the real world, learn how to advocate for themselves. I've seen students realize their potential and realize that all of you can overcome any obstacle in your way as long as you keep moving forward. I'd encourage you all to make the most out of this day. Get everything you can from this. Learn everything you can. Today you will be exposed to so many resources and information. And keep in mind, a lot of work goes into this event. Say thank you to all those people that you see working today. Say thank you to everyone that's here and offering you advice and information. And most important, remember to keep moving forward. Thank you.
At this time, President Tiefenthaler and Ms. Hawkins are going to announce our first education gift. So it's a $500 education gift that this student will be able to access when they are accepted to college or to a trade school. They're going to announce that then. I'm going to go over here, and I want that person to come up here and talk to me, and I'm going to give instructions.
Okay, the winner is a senior in high school, Marcus Arguello, excuse me. If you're here, come meet Regina.
Come on up here so we can clap for you. Marcus Arguello. Thank you both. I come and join the talk. Thank you. And thank you. At this time, the Youth Documentary Academy has a presentation, and is the student ambassador for the Youth Documentary Academy here? All right.
Good morning, everyone. I am Hadassah from Sierra High School, and I would like to introduce the Youth Documentary Academy with the film After War by Bailey Francisco.
Hi everybody, I'm Karen Waldorf. I'm the Deputy Director for the Youth Documentary Academy. We're an organization here in Colorado Springs, which offers a free 7-week program to teach documentary film. We believe in the importance of youth, and especially in the importance of youth voice. And we believe that you can amplify that voice through the art of documentary film. So we're going to show you a film, After War, by our alumni filmmaker, Bailey Francisco. This was produced in our first class of films in 2014. And since we've produced over 60 documentaries of youth stories from here in Colorado Springs. While you're watching this film, I hope you'll think about what is your story and what is your voice and what would you like to share with your peers and with the parents or other people in your lives that you think is important. So thanks so much. Enjoy.
My name is Bailey Francisco. I'm 17 years old and I live in Fountain, Colorado. It's a suburb right outside of Colorado Springs, 4 miles away from Fort Carson military base. A lot of retired vets and active duty soldiers live there. A couple of years ago, my family was torn apart due to PTSD and traumatic brain injuries that my dad suffered while in the military. It was a really rough time, but as I got older, I realized that it's not really talked about. and I don't want people to feel alone like I did. Just want to get my story out.
When I was 19, I met this gorgeous, 6-foot-tall, fierce soldier who just looked like stability to me. And I fell madly in love with him. He was the type of guy that everybody flocked to because he would help, he would be there for anybody, give people the shirt off his back and all his money. He was just a really good guy. Through most of your early childhood, your father was fixated on taking care of you. He would write you poetry. He just loved you so much, and he wanted to protect you and be the best person he could be for you. Your dad was serious about being a soldier. We went to Germany. While we were there, your dad deployed to Kosovo. Your dad was weird when he was in Kosovo. He would call and email and, was very kind of controlling. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you talking to? And that was the first time I'd really experienced that with him. And when he came back from Kosovo, we decided to have another child. And so we had your sister Ava. And Ava was born sick, and so she only lived 10 months. Your sister's death was really hard. We had to do not resuscitate. We had to use the do not resuscitate order and watch her die after we watched her suffer. And so your dad deployed to Iraq for the first time less than a year after Ava died in August.
They're still firing the 203s.
He was put on a mission to, whenever there was a bombing or something like that, he had to go with the investigators and help catalog the carnage. And so he saw a lot of dead children. After he got back, he started drinking really heavily. And he was injured. He got shrapnel in his knee, and he got a compressed spine. So he had started taking pain pills. So he kind of abused them. Before his third tour, he was given a psychiatric evaluation, and they recommended that he not be deployed for a third time. And he overrode that, and they let him deploy. During his third tour in Iraq, he became increasingly erratic. His chain of command was out to get him. There were conspiracy theories everywhere. He was driving himself crazy, and he wasn't sleeping. 13 months in, he tried to commit suicide, and they medevaced him out.
The buffalo chicken pie.
Okay, let me get 12.
What?
Sausage and peppers. That's it?
Well, I'd rather just like pepperonis.
Yeah. Well, when he came back, he was just dumped back in the house. He was on so many medications. I actually have a giant outdoor trash bag, one of the black ones that you put leaves in, filled with his pill bottles, and that was just for 6 months.
He would do really good for a couple months, and then just out of the blue, without any warning, he'd, start messing up again. My dad said he'd take me to Six Flags. Supposed to be like a birthday celebration. I was just really excited. The day started off really cool. We rode the slingshot. I saw him drinking and he told me that was non-alcoholic beer. He just started getting like super drunk. And I couldn't really do anything about it. It was just me and him at Elidge Gardens.
He got drunk and drove with you drunk all the way home. And you would call me from the back seat crying for help, and I didn't know how to get to you or help you.
That was a really bad day. Really scary time.
He also started becoming very violent. And on a Wednesday, I was in the bedroom watching Modern Family. He came home, you were in the kitchen, and I heard a scuffle, and he had attacked you. And he was holding you over the kitchen sink, and he was strangling you.
He had a knife to my neck, and he was saying like stupid stuff like, I wouldn't hurt you, I love you, you're my son, stuff like that. But he had a knife to my neck. He's like, do you trust me? And I didn't know what to say. So I was crying, and my mom came in and she's like, get off of him.
He was punching walls, he was punching the pass-through, there was blood everywhere. He punched glass, he flipped tables, and then he decided to go after me. Needless to say, cops were called.
Honestly, it didn't even feel like I had a dad during those years, because he was just so out of it all the time. And then when he was like sober, it was just on edge, like, oh, are you, like, it was kind of like a constant state of paranoia. Like 90% of my thoughts were about my dad.
Yeah, it's very hard. I don't see myself as a victim. And I work with people who are victims of domestic violence all the time, and I don't want to be categorized with that. And I did not want to put the father of my children in jail. Instead of taken to jail, he was taken to Penrose Psych Ward. And then 2 days later, the military took him to a lockdown facility in Cheyenne. He stayed there for a few months. At this point, I was done.
This is what I want for my birthday.
Big hot dog. Tired of the same old traditional tiny hot dog? Well, now there's new big hot dog.
I was 12 when all this stuff happened, so I was still pretty young. And I think I was the last person to forgive him. I didn't want him back in my life at all. And it took a pretty long time.
The dog just ate your pizza.
I already finished it.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have workouts at all next week. And then got 2 more weeks of lifting weights. I don't even think we talked about July 3rd.
We are not married. I will never marry your father again. But he is my family. I have known him since I was a teenager. As long as he stays sober and is on the right track, then he is welcome into our lives.
Fireworks?
It's fireworks, like boots. I think it's been really hard for you, Bae. Your life has changed very much. It has. It makes me really sad for you. I think you look back at your childhood and think, oh my God, it was so awesome. And then it kind of just went crazy. Yeah.
Like, in your opinion, how has, like, PTSD and stuff changed your life?
You're not who you used to be. And just dealing with that fact. You know what was happening.
No, yeah, I knew what was happening, but, like, did you feel like you were affected, like me and Mom?
No, not really.
Yeah. See, that's
And if I did, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
That's why, we're divorced.
Yeah.
It took control of me.
You working hard to get back on track or whatever it is?
I just gotta get back in shape.
How much do you drink soda?
I don't know. Yeah, I drink a lot.
Yeah. I'm just trying to, like, eat healthier in general. It's hard.
TV dinners.
It's hard to drink. It's hard to eat healthy.
Your mom cooks for you.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
healthy.
but, like, when I get home from workouts, I'm so hungry.
Make some eggs.
No, I don't like eggs. This is what I want for my birthday. Protein. Like protein shakes.
I'll just buy you a thing of protein.
Like, I'm gaining muscle, but I'm not gaining weight. I don't need to gain weight, but I want to gain.
You gain muscle, you gain weight.
Well, I haven't.
Because your muscles probably go with it.
My dad went from a stud, like athlete, funny, just awesome dad, to barely human because he's so whacked out of his mind. I wouldn't trust just like some stranger who did something like this, but it's my dad, and no matter what, he'll always be my dad. I wanted our relationship to be better. Seeing him do good for such a long time, you kind of have to respect that. He's a good guy again.
In the spirit of moving forward, I hope you can see how Bailey's story and the story of our other 70-plus youth help them to move forward with something that they're working through or their family is working through. Just a show of hands, who in here is familiar with PTSD or has been affected by it or has friends or family who have suffered PTSD? Yeah, pretty amazing. Bailey is actually in the other venue presenting his film, but he would tell you the number of people who have come up to share their story and say that they've gone through something similar is one of the greatest benefits he's gotten out of making that film. So I hope you'll consider our program and think about your voice and your story and what you'd like to do. Our program is called Youth Documentary Academy, so can everybody say that? Youth Documentary Academy. The website is youthdocumentary.org. Applications are due April 1st, and I hope to see you in interviews. Thank you.
Would the student ambassador for Leanne Morning come on up? Ambassadors.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria.
And I'm Hadassah.
And we are happy to introduce Leanne Morning from the U.S. Census Bureau.
Go ahead. That's it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There. Now go. We would also like,
We would also like to give this gift on behalf of the Educating Children of Color Conference.
So good morning. My name is Leanne Morning. I am with the 2020 Census. I'm going to talk really fast. There is a video or a really quick clip that I think that we're going to show in just a minute. But until that starts, I'm going to keep talking. This is my third decennial census. The decennial census is where we count everyone in the country, every single person in the country, and that happens every 10 years. For those of you that are not sure what it is, this little clip is going to come up now, and then I'm going to talk.
What is the 2020 census? Every 10 years, the census records everyone living in this country. It's written in the Constitution and comes in a questionnaire that counts everyone who lives at your address on April 1st. The data can be used to inform funding for services like fire stations, schools, clinics, and representation that affect your community. Shape your future. Start here. Visit 2020census.gov.
So that just gives you a really quick touch, but let's talk about what that really means and what it looks like. In the first video that we saw, I saw some people kind of getting teary and just really touched by the experience of that young man. Dollars from the census touch so many of us in so many ways. So the information that we get from the decennial census is going to impact things like roads and transportation, but it's also going to impact things like health care. It's going to impact free and reduced lunch schools and lunch programs, health care, again, as I said, early childhood. We're talking about college here, so Pell Grant money, Pell Grant dollars are impacted and helped to be determined by the information that we're going to get from the 2020 census. So it's hugely important, and it's important for everyone. I want to talk to you all as young adults because some of you all will be helping to make sure that the people that live in your home are counted. Your parents may have questions. Your parents may not know why this is such a big deal, so we're going to count on you. First of all, there is no citizenship question, and that question comes to me all the time. The census this time will only be 9 questions, and it's very basic information. So name, address, phone number, age, owner rent, marital status, gender, race and ethnicity. So very basic information. What is different about this census for the very first time, and we've been doing the census since 1790, but for the first time, the census will be taken primarily online or by phone. So in early March, your household, wherever you live, for most of you that have a city address, so a quote typical regular address, you're going to get an invitation to respond to the census. And I'm speaking to the adults in the room as well, please, because this is information we all need to know. And it'll tell you, go online from any device and complete your census survey. Then, if you don't, all of us will then get a second invitation to respond. Then, for those that have not completed the survey, there will be a third invitation to respond, and then a fourth invitation to respond. With that fourth invitation to respond, there will also be a paper questionnaire that will come to the household. There are a few households, and some of you all here, that because of the kind of address you have, you're not going to go through that process. When we go live in March, there will actually be a census survey that will come to your house and get hung on your doorknob or handed to you, and you can complete right away. After all of that is done, if your household still has not responded, someone's going to come and they're going to knock on your door. Now, we talked about it earlier. This is also an election year, so there's a ton of stuff that's going on. It would be great to not have the census person knocking on your door, trying to get answers to these questions. We can't guarantee that we won't knock on your door if you don't complete, or if you do complete, but it lowers the chances quite a bit because we also have a lot of other surveys that are happening all the time, and there's questions around that. So we talked about when it's happening. We talked about that it's only 9 questions. We talked about why it's important, again, for representation in Congress, also for dollars to come into our community. A couple of resources for you. There's something, if you go to just Google 2020 census, and then there's a program called Statistics in the Schools, and it has curriculum from kindergarten through 12th grade. So if you have a report to do, or your teacher is asking you questions, or for the educators in the room, this is a great source of material, curriculum, homework, assignments. There's everything is free. So that resource is available as well. For those of you that are 17 or older, I'm going to give you some information about working and making some additional money. You can just put this into your phone. You can just text right now, and you're going to text 313131, so 313131, and type in census jobs. And that will give you information about part-time, flexible jobs that are available right now. They will not last long, but it's a great way to make some extra money if you're heading off to college, if your household just needs some extra dollars. In this area, the pay will be anywhere between $18 and $20 an hour. So it's really good money coming in to support yourself, your family. You just go to 313131, text in census jobs, and it'll give you the information on how to apply. So I've talked about dollars that can be made. We've talked about the census, why it's important. We've talked about resources that are available to help support you. And the final thing that I'm going to ask you to do, we have received a huge gift, and that is the t-shirts that talk about the census. There are so many people that don't know what this is. This is my third census, again, as I said earlier. What I'm going to ask you all to do, if you're marching over the weekend or on Monday, or attending any events, please wear your t-shirt. Please take pictures of your t-shirts, send them to me. I'll tell you my email address real quick. It's lee, L-E-E, .a.morning, M-O-R-N-I-N-G, lee.a.morning at 2020census.gov. If you have pictures of you all in your shirts and your parents say it's okay, so you'll need to say that in the picture. Send your pictures over and we will pass them up. They might be posted, they might go on the news. So wear your shirts over the next few days. Wear them from now. The census, all of it will be done by the end of July. The official census day is April 1st, but we get started in early March. So thank you all very much, and do your census.
Would the student ambassador for Mahogany Christopher come up, please? That means Mahogany gets to introduce herself. If you saw the art that was being projected during the PowerPoint presentation, I'm going to get it up in a second. This is Mahogany's art.
Good morning. I need the energy. Good morning. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm Mahogany Christopher. I am currently a student at Clemson University. I'm pretty sure you all have heard about that school, football school. I'm currently majoring in architecture, so I would like to design and build buildings. This is some of my artwork that I've been doing. I am currently still practicing art. So you guys can look forward to that and keeping in touch with me to see some of the stuff that I have coming forward. So today, I want to talk about the push to inspire. So I want all of you to stand up. Okay, and I want you to repeat after me. I want you to say, I am great. A little bit stronger. I am great. I am strong. I inspire. And I want you to look to the person next to you and I want you to say, you are great, you are strong, and you inspire. Okay, great job. Y'all can give yourselves a round of applause for that. Okay, so I want you guys to ask yourself, what does it mean to be great? So if you ever think about being great can mean multiple things. But what I would say being great means is being able to take the work that you have done, being able to self-criticize yourself, and being able to know that you have put all of your all into it. That is being great. And I hope that you all keep all of this in mind as you go forward in your education, especially for those of you who are going on to college, because college is no joke. And so is all of the other stuff that you guys will be doing, such as testing and just making those connections and networking with the people around you. And then I want you guys to think about strength. What does it mean to have strength? I had a professor once tell me that strength means being able to take the circumstance that you're in and still bloom. How many of you have heard of maybe a concrete in the rose? You've heard about that? Okay. You're able to take the circumstance that you're in and still bloom. That is strength. And I hope all of you can keep that in mind as you move forward, especially with the things that you want to do in your life. Me personally, I choose to do art, and I hope that you all have some sort of outlet to be able to express yourself and get out the message that you're trying to relay. So I want you all to keep that in mind, because that is the very push that you need to keep moving forward, and the push to inspire not only the people around you, but also yourself. So thank you for allowing me to speak to you today.
Isn't she an incredible artist? Would the student ambassador for Dr. Nicole Rankin please come up to introduce Dr. Nicole?
Hi, my name is Jasmine Tafoya, and I am currently a Harrison High School student, and I am a student ambassador for ECOC. Dr. Nicole Rankin is a passionate empowerment speaker who is also a teacher and a coach. She is also very passionate about youth development and involves herself with activities surrounding that. Please help me give a warm welcome to Dr. Nicole Rankin.
Testing. And before we start, I would like to thank you all for coming out here. It's because of all of you we can have such a wonderful conference. And on behalf of the conference and behalf of me personally, I would like to present Dr. Nicole Rankins with her gift.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to wake up. I know y'all tired. It's Saturday. Y'all could be in your bed, but you are here, and I am so excited. And I won't be before you long, and I know a lot of speakers come, and that's the first thing they say, and you're like, oh, they're gonna take long. But for real, I am not going to be before you long. I come all the way from Atlanta, Georgia to Colorado. I think this is actually my first time in the state of Colorado. So thank you for allowing me to come and share with you. I want to thank Judge Walters, all the volunteers, the committee members, and all the amazing people that have put this conference together. Please give them a quick round of applause, because this is amazing. This is amazing. So it's funny, when I got the message about the summit, the message said, I was looking online for someone else, and I came upon your website, and I wanted to talk to you about coming to speak. And I said, okay. So when I called back and we had a great conversation, and I heard about the mission of educating children of color, and I was just so excited about what was going on here, I just knew. I always say everything happens for a reason. There's nothing that happened that is not purposeful. So I knew that there was an assignment, and for me to be here. So I was excited. So I don't know who else was supposed to be here. So I say hashtag sorry, but not sorry. I'm here. And I'm excited to be with you. And I believe in this short period of time, my goal is to say something, motivate you, inspire you, to help you keep moving forward. And I'm ready to do my job. But your job is to do everything in your power not to fall asleep. Okay? So I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to hope that you're going to do your job. Is that okay? Awesome. All right. So I have a whole bio, but my journey started as a little girl. See, I was a little fashionista. Y'all see the little dress with the little apron? I was born in Brooklyn, New York, to immigrant Jamaican parents who came here to have a better life for themselves and their family. And life was hard growing up, and we moved to Atlanta, Georgia in my younger years, and that's where I finished out my educational career. Now I am an empowerment speaker, teacher, and coach, and I have the opportunity to travel the world and meet amazing young people just like yourself and helping them keep moving forward, whether it's through encouragement, whether it's through an inspiring message, whether it's through a word or a workshop. I have the opportunity to meet amazing people. And of course, I love taking selfies. So after this, I'm gonna want to find some people to take some selfies with me. Is that okay? All right. So I know you guys like likes and loves, and I like to do that too. So here's what I want you guys to do. If you hear something that you like, I want you to give me a thumbs up. Let's practice. Everybody got thumbs up? All right. If you hear something that you just love, I want you to give me a heart. Everybody give me a heart. Okay. And if you think of something that you want to share, and I had some problems trying to think, what I want you to do is just nudge your neighbor and say, that's good, that's good. Try it out. Say, that's good, that's good. Okay? All right? So let's practice. You hear something you like, what are you going to do? Thumbs up. You hear something that you love, what are you going to do? Awesome. If you hear something that you want to share, what you going to do? That's good, that's good. Okay? Y'all with me? All right. So you heard that my name is Dr. Nicole Rankin, but before all the titles and everything, I was just a little girl who grew up with reading comprehension problems. And in my younger years, I had struggled with reading comprehension. I used to hate reading or speaking in front of people because I would stutter, and words didn't come out right, and I was embarrassed to think that people would think I would sound stupid or look stupid. So I began to have a low self-esteem and low confidence in myself. And so, but everybody likes a story, right? We hear stories of, can you hear me? We hear stories of faith, we hear stories of perseverance, we hear stories of confidence. So everybody has a chance to write their story. So my question to you today is, what will your story be? And I want to get a count of who's in the room. Where's my class of 2020? Where you at? Woo! All right. 2021, where you at? Where you at? Okay. All right. 2022? Oh, we got a few. All right. And 2023? Okay. And then everybody else is coming up. All right. So congratulations to all those that will be, congratulations to all those seniors in the house and getting ready to move on to the next chapter. You see, everybody has a book, right? Your life is a book, and there are pages that have yet to be written. And the problem is, some people don't know what their story is or story will be. But you have the power. You have the authority to write your best story. You see, when I was younger, I had this challenge with reading comprehension, and I can remember just taking standardized tests gave me so much anxiety. I can remember being in the auditorium, and when they gave me the packet, and I looked through the packet, and I saw like 7 passages of reading that I had to do, answer these questions in a short period of time, and I cringed, and I'm looking like, oh, this is not going to be good. So I do my best, and the thing that my hands start sweating, and every little distraction, I'm looking, somebody sneeze, I'm up, and I remember the times when the teacher would say, okay, 5 minutes, and then I look at my packet, and I have like 4 more passages to go. So I would do what most any great academic scholar would do. I would just go down the Scantron and circle C all the way down until I finish, because I figured I would get at least 1 out of 4 chances of getting it right. But that was the problem that I have and the struggles that I had to overcome. Because when that struggle, I was labeled. They labeled me remedial. They told me that I was never going to be as better as the people in my peer or in my grade level. I was put in remedial classes. I was told that I was below average and I wasn't really going to make the mark. And you see, as a young person, all of those labels, all of that negativity begins to play in your mind over time. And thank God I made it through high school. It wasn't cum laude on sum laude. It was just thank you, Lordy. You know, so I made it through high school and I got to college. But I have to tell you that my college life was very difficult. And I failed. And I failed out my first year of college. And then I began to go into a depression, because I was reminded of all those things that other people said about me, that I wasn't enough, that I was below average. And I had all of these dreams and all of these goals. How many people have dreams? How many people have goals that they want to accomplish in life by a show of hands? Absolutely, we all do. But we're always going to face obstacles. And I had to remember, there is a quote that Michael Jordan says, that obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, and work around it. And I want to add, sometimes you just got to knock it down, because there are going to be obstacles in your life that you are going to have to overcome in order to keep moving forward. So over my life, I've learned a lot of lessons because I've made a lot of mistakes. And today, I want to just give you 3 quick lessons. So if you just hear one, I'll be also happy and know that my assignment has been accomplished. So 3 quick lessons on how you can keep moving forward and write your best story. The first one, lesson number 1, you must believe in yourself. That's good. Give me some likes. That's good. You got to share. All right. You must believe in yourself. See, the reality is that everybody wants to win, right? Don't we all want to win? Nobody goes into the classroom and say, with a test and say, man, I really hope I flunked today. Or how many athletes do I have in the room? Any athletes? All right. So you don't go to your games and say, man, I sure hope we lose today. No. Everybody wants to win in life, right? And as the great orator DJ Khaled says, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Everybody wants to win, right? So how do we get to that point where we win, right? Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right. You see, winning is an attitude. Winning is a state of mind. And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else could. Then let me give you a little secret that I learned, that you can be successful in life, no matter what anybody else thinks of you, but you will never be successful if you don't believe in yourself. And that's something that you have to understand. Dreams are great, goals are great, and they're wonderful things to be accomplished. It is said that only 8% of people who have goals achieve them. That's a whole 92% of people with goals and dreams that don't even accomplish them. And the deciding factor is, how well do you believe in yourself? Because it's not the dream, because the dream is achievable. It's a matter of, do you think you're able to achieve it? So self-esteem and how you believe in yourself is going to determine how best you keep moving forward. You see, you can't be concerned about what others say, think, or believe about you. What you have to believe in, and the best conversation that you can have with yourself, is what you think about you, what you believe about yourself, and what you say about yourself. That is how you're going to keep moving forward. You have to believe in yourself. So how do you keep moving forward despite your challenges at home? How do you keep moving forward despite the lack of resources in your community? How do you keep moving forward to overcome the disparities you face just because of the color of your skin, your ethnicity, your culture, your sexuality? How do you keep moving forward past the bullying you face at school, on social media? How do you move forward past all the haters you have, all the trolls that's coming for you? How do you move forward? You have to believe in yourself. That's lesson number 1. So say believe in yourself. All right. Lesson number 2 is, don't allow negativity to control you. We live in a very negative world. Everybody has an opinion, good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody feels the need to speak their opinion no matter what they heard, who they heard. And I remember the time when I went to college and I failed that freshman year, and I went to my guidance counselor to get some guidance and some help because I was really depressed. I was having even suicidal thoughts. I got to that point in a real dark place to say, maybe I am not enough. And I was just ready to throw in the towel. I went into the office. He looked at me. He looked at my grades and said, you're never going to be a doctor. You don't have what it takes. How about you choose another major? And I was so hurt because inside of me, I had a dream. And I had a goal, and I knew that there was something in me destined for greatness. But what other people said had the effect. So I had to make a decision to decide whether I was going to believe the opinions of others or was I going to believe my own truth. Because there was a point that I thought that I wasn't pretty, I wasn't talented, I wasn't enough. But I remember a quote that Les Brown says, one of my favorite motivational speakers. He says, other people's opinions of you do not have to become your reality. And that was something that resonated with me, and I thought about that. So I had to make a choice, and I made the choice to believe my own truth. The truth that I had greatness inside of me. The truth that I was more than enough. The truth that I was fearfully and wonderfully made. The truth that I was born with purpose. The truth that I could accomplish anything that I put my mind to, operating in my strength. I decided to believe my truth. And in 2016, I accomplished the very same thing that they told me I would not be. And now I stand before you as Dr. Nicole Rankin. So the dreams that I have are accomplishable, right? The dreams that you have can be accomplished. Now, I don't say that to impress you, but I want to impress upon you that if I can do it, we all have challenges. We all make mistakes. But the reality is we have the ability to control the narrative of our own story. You see, we live in a society where we're faced with injustices. That's reality. We live in a society where we're faced with disparities. See, statistics say children of color, they're a high percentage to be arrested. They lack discipline. They're less likely to spend time in the classroom, more likely to be suspended and not ready for college. See, this is what society is saying about us. But you have to decide what your story is going to be. You have to make a decision what the pages that have yet been written will look like, because we all have the power to have some best-selling novels, because you have talent, you're gifted, you're great, you're intelligent, you guys have ideas that can change the course of this world. But you have to believe in yourself and not allow the negativity to control you. So lesson number 1 is what? Believe in yourself. Lesson number 2, don't let negativity control you. And lesson number 3, turn your pain into power. You see, we all go through bad experience. And I didn't come all the way to Colorado Springs to this summit to tell you life is going to be a bed of roses. It's all gonna be happy all the time. Everybody's gonna love you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Life is hard. You will experience pain. You will experience challenges. You will experience obstacles. But the difference is that you have the power to turn that pain into power. And I wanna quickly, okay, I'm good on time. I want to quickly share a little story. There was a story about a little boy who was playing outside, outdoors, and found a fascinating caterpillar. He carefully picked it up and took it home to show his mother. He asked his mother if he could keep it, and she said he could if he takes good care of it. The little boy got a jar from his mother and put plants and a stick in it for the caterpillar to climb. Every day, he watched the caterpillar and brought new plants for it to eat. One day, the caterpillar climbed up to a stick and started acting strangely. The boy, worried, called his mother, who came and who understood that the caterpillar was creating a cocoon. The mother explained to the boy how the caterpillar was going through a stage of metamorphosis to become a butterfly. The boy was thrilled to hear about the changes this caterpillar would go through. He watched every day, waiting for the butterfly to emerge. One day it happened. A small hole appeared, and the cocoon and the butterfly started to struggle to come out. At first, the boy was excited, but soon he became concerned. The butterfly was struggling so hard to get out. It looked like it couldn't break through. It looked desperate. It was overwhelming. It looked like it was not making any progress. The boy was so concerned, he decided to help. He ran in the house to get some scissors, and then he walked back because he remembered his mom telling him, don't run through the house with no scissors. He snipped the cocoon and made a hole bigger, and the butterfly quickly emerged. As the butterfly came out, the boy was surprised. It had a swollen body and small shriveled wings. He continued to watch the butterfly, expecting that any moment the wings would dry out and enlarge and expand to support the swollen body. He knew that in time, the body would shrink and the butterfly's wings would expand. But it never happened. The butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling around with a swollen body and shriveled wings. It never was able to fly. As the boy tried to figure out what was going wrong, his mother took him to talk to a scientist from a local college. He learned that the butterfly was supposed to struggle. In fact, the butterfly's struggle to push its way through the tiny opening of the cocoon pushes fluids out of the body, the head of the body, into the wings so they can fly. You see, without struggle, the butterfly would never ever fly. So the boy had good intentions, but understanding that struggle is a part of life. And how you deal with it is going to determine your flight. They say your attitude determines your altitude. So for those, we're all butterflies, right? And we want to fly. You're going through school, you're going through life. You're going to keep in mind that struggle is going to be a part of your growing experience. But the reality is you have the strength, you have the power, you are all leaders to overcome anything that you have that you are faced with to get to the other side. You know, we all have bad experiences. Sometimes it's because of other people. Sometimes it is beyond our control. And sometimes it's due to the decisions that we make. But knowing that we all have bad experiences that come. And the idea is when those bad experiences come, that's when you have to believe in yourself. That's when you have to not allow the negativity control you. That is when you have to embrace it and become the leaders that you are and learn from those experiences and turn your pain into power. You know, it's the leaders that choose not to become a victim but be victorious. And we stand on on the shoulders of amazing people who in history have turned pain into power. How many people know this lady? Oprah, right? So everybody know Oprah now, but Oprah had lived in poverty, living with her grandmother. She was molested as a child. She gave birth at the age of 14 to a child who later died. Her first appointment, her job, she was fired as a news broadcaster because they said she wasn't fit for TV. Exactly. But now she is worth $4 billion and one of the world's 500 richest people. She knew her story and she kept moving forward. How many people know him? All right. Diddy, right? Yes. His father died at the age when he was 2 years old because he was rolling with a notorious drug dealer. Diddy was in gangs, but he moved forward to become a rapper, a producer, and now a big business mogul worth $740 million. Everybody remember her? See her? Viola Davis. She grew up in poverty. She has said that she was forced to resort to stealing, and she remembers crawling around in maggot-filled garbage bins just to get food. And she kept moving forward to become a world-winning actress worth $12 million. Everybody know Tyler? Yes. Awesome. Tyler grew up in New Orleans. He was abused by his father. He talks about that all the time, talks about the poverty that he'd been through, but he kept moving forward. Now he's a director, an actor, and a writer, a philanthropist, and now opened the first owned black studio in Atlanta, Georgia, right? Okay, so I can go on and tell you about all the great people who have turned their power into pain, but most importantly, I want to know and let you know that you have the power in you to turn your power into pain. It's been done before, and the pages of your life book has yet to be written. And your life begins on the other side of your comfort zone. So in order to keep moving forward, to write your best story, you have to turn the pain into power. So that's lesson number 3. Lesson number 1 is what? Believe in yourself. Lesson number 2 was what? Don't let negativity control you. And lesson number 3 was what? Turn your pain into power. So as we go through this day, I want you to think about keep moving forward. Think about everything that you're going through, things that you're going through right now, and how you can persevere and how you can keep moving forward. So I want you to say, keep moving forward. Okay, I want you to say it like you mean it. Keep moving forward. One more time, keep moving forward. Thank you.
We're going to have Dr. Rankin announce the next educational gift.
All right, our next educational gift goes to 11th grader Samuel Cambrea. Samuel, where are you? Come on down. You're the next contestant to get an educational gift. Yes.
I don't know where he is.
Samuel, are you here?
We'll figure it out.
We'll get to you.
Then we're, oops. Another big round of applause for Dr. Rankin. It's time for your first breakout session. Your schedule is on the back of your card, and at 10:15, you should be in your seat. You can grab a donut on your way out, a water bottle, a bag, and a t-shirt if you haven't already done that. Seniors, you're on your way right now to Cornerstone